Hey, every month, Zillow drops a housing forecast. Millions of people read it, and some of them make the biggest financial decisions of their lives based on it. So I figured, let's actually check the receipts, see what's going on. So, hey, I'm Jeff Lang, and I went back and I tracked every forecast revision Zillow's made over the last year and a half, both nationally and right here in the Bay Area. And what I found, let's just say that their crystal ball could use a little polish. So at the end of 2024, Zillow's feeling pretty good, and they called for U.S. home prices to grow by 2.6% in 2025. They were confident. They were authoritative about this prediction. But by February, they cut it to 1.1%. By March, 0.8%. And by April, they were negative 1.7%. In less than 5 months, they went from prices are rising to prices are falling. That's nearly a 5-point swing. Here's what the market actually did. It slowed down. Yes, significantly. But it never went negative. Home values basically went flat mid-year and then started recovering. The forecast called the wrong direction at its worst moment. And then, almost on cue, Zillow reversed course. By October, they were predicting growth again. By the end of the year, back to plus 2%, right back where they started. And it wasn't just prices. Zillow called for 4.3 million home sales in 2025, and the actual data was consistently below that all year. We're talking 3.8 to 4.1 million homes. So not even that close. And for context, before all the craziness of the last decade or so, we did 5.3 million homes sold in a year. And that's why it still continues to be a seller's market. There's just not enough inventory, as we're about 1 million homes below normal. So in the Bay Area, I need you to pay close attention here, because this is where the forecast really gets a little embarrassing. Zillow's forecast for the whole San Francisco metro area, and to be clear, that's San Francisco, Oakland, East Bay, Marin, and San Mateo County. The forecast was negative the entire year. By April, they were calling for prices to fall 3.5%. Here's the problem with that. When they issued that forecast in April, the actual market was up 2.4%. They were off by nearly 6 percentage points, and they had the direction completely backwards. Now, to be fair, the market did eventually turn negative. By November, it hit minus 3.2%. So they weren't wrong where it was headed. They were just about 6 months early. Think about what that means for a real buyer. You read the forecast in April and you think, well, I'll just wait. Prices are about to drop. So you wait and wait. And the whole time you're waiting, the market is going up. And by the time the decline actually arrives, you miss 6 months of opportunity. And that's the true cost of trusting a forecast that get the timing wrong. And as I've said to you for months and probably years now, I think 100% of predictions are wrong. So going to talk sales volume for a second in the Bay Area, again, ran below Zillow's steady state forecast for most of the year. Although we did see a strong spring surge and a late year rebound in certain submarkets. Volatile, inconsistent, exactly the opposite of what a smooth forecast line would suggest. And look, I am not here to drag on Zillow. I think they do a great job for what it is. Their economists are really sharp and their data is real. And part of the challenge is, and they admitted themselves, is predicting where mortgage rates will land is nearly impossible. If your key input is unpredictable, your output will be too. And that's not a Zillow problem. That's just the nature of forecasting. But here's what I want you to walk away with. These forecasts are one data point, not a guarantee, not a game plan, just one data point. The market doesn't care about the forecast. It does what it does, driven by rates, inventory, jobs, and 100 other things that nobody, not even Zillow, can predict 12 months out. What really matters is knowing your situation, your timeline, your finances, your goals, and having someone in your corner who can talk through and cut through all that noise and tell you exactly what's happening in your market right now. And that's what I do. All the charts and data behind this are linked, or you'll see them in the video. And if you're thinking about making a move in this market, buying, selling, or just trying to figure out what all this means for you, please reach out. That's what I'm here for. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.